Andrew Orolfo, thanks for doing the pod.
Of course, thanks for having me on.
Look at this fries poster. What's that? Oh, Clusterfest.
Yeah, it was well, I did it 1 year, and they had these posters. I don't think I was supposed to get one, but I stole one.
You got to steal memorabilia. It's part of the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like one of the first posters where I had like my name on a thing. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
You're like, yeah,
Taking
I'm definitely doing this.
Definitely.
So comedy's back, right? We did our first show together.
Yeah, dude.
It's official now for, I guess, us.
Yeah, like doing that one set. I don't even like a month. Like I don't even know when the next one's
One
coming.
set every 6 months. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's enough. It was good. It was just like IV drugs right to the arm. You're like, oh, this is as good as I remembered it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I was so nervous. I hadn't been that nervous in forever. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that was crazy. It felt like it almost felt like I was doing it for the first time again, which was like a good feeling. It felt like pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, you need reps, and just going back, I was like, okay, I can just go up with like my 6 ideas, and I got this. And I was like, oh no, I have to rehearse these. Like, it's not like I was just like, oh, I have to learn the new jokes. So I learned a lesson, and I did another park show the next week, and I was like, all right, I actually have to like practice, rehearse, and it went a lot better.
Damn, dude, you're out there getting booked.
Out there,
holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, 2 times in 6 months, I'm on fire.
That's a lot, actually. I feel like for right now, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it was like, it was cool. Like, I mean, I wasn't so much nervous for like remembering the material, because honestly, I've been doing like hella Zoom shows, and those actually kind of help. I like get a lot out of those, actually.
Yeah, this made me turn my opinion on Zoom shows and be like, I need to do some of those, because I did one and it was a hang and it was fun, and I was like, all right, whatever.
Mhm.
But now it's like, oh yeah, just doing it for reps would be good.
Yeah. I mean, it's just nice to get the words out and then just have like someone respond. So it's not like the worst thing. It's better than nothing, to me at least.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And as much as I tell myself, oh, I can just rehearse by myself, it's like, I won't do it. Like
yeah.
I went to the second show and I just sat in my car for an hour because I was like, all right, I'm going to learn these now. And that totally helped. But yeah, you need that pressure of like, all right, now's the time, and just getting the words out. You're like, oh, when you hear it come out of your mouth, you're like, okay, that's good or not good, like instantly.
Yeah. Also, my timing's hella different because of the Zoom shows, because I'm just like, I've gotten so used to saying a joke and then just kind of just sitting there waiting for the delay of laughter. And
Yeah.
But in real life, it's just, oh, you're not going to get any laughter. So that's that's fine.
Right.
If it doesn't come.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you pause for the laughs, but then also it's like now you have to double pause. You got to pause for the laughs and the latency.
Yeah. You should bring your show back on Zoom, or an outdoor version of it.
I thought about it. I went by this one show last night that's been really one of the better outdoor shows in LA, and I watched that go down. I'm like, oh, this is getting real, and I keep thinking about it, but I'm also just nervous. It's like, it's when I attend a show, I'm like, I can distance myself, but when you're running the show, like I got to be in it more, and I just don't feel all that comfortable yet. Maybe I will one day soon. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe when it's like a little safer or whatever.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it too, but it's like, I don't want to be responsible for someone like getting sick. That shit sucks.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, and just so many unknowns. Because you and Irene have a show, right? Irene too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we put it on Zoom, but we were playing with the idea of doing like a park or like some sort of outdoor thing. But we don't know.
Yeah, you'll know when it's right inside. And,
yeah,
and I feel like already the comedy's been like kind of little peak, little lights open, and then now it's just gonna start coming more and more and more. And I don't know if you can stop it now. I feel like 6 to 9 months from now, we'll be back.
I hope so. I think it's
did I lose
slow.
you?
No. I don't know. Did you? Did I? Are you there?
Hey, there we go. Sometimes you just need an old computer reset.
Yeah.
Well, that's the longest technical difficulty I've had so far, but we're coming up on episode 49, so, you know.
Damn. Hell yeah.
It's rolling. So, yeah, we were talking about Zoom shows. You started one, and during our technical break, I was thinking, you know, I should just start one. That'll give me at least a Zoom show spot, and then I can figure it out.
Yeah, dude, I'm sure. And your show was popping. You'll have people in the room. Definitely.
Yeah. People will tune in, and I have a little green screen. Maybe I can have a little fancy backdrop and figure it out. Do you just have like you actually do it through the app Zoom?
Yeah. I do it on my computer.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I use my phone. I use my phone as my webcam, so it looks better.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so crazy now because like everyone has like their own like Zoom setup.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
yeah.
At the beginning of this, everybody was just like in a bathroom or just like in, just like sitting on the couch. Now everybody's kind of like, I've noticed at least everybody's kind of like taking it more serious now. Like I'll see people with like crazy green screen setups. Like I don't even. I bought all this art. Like I bought all this and just like from some Instagram ad and just like put it on my wall.
Yeah. But that's also you, right?
Yeah, like this is my album, and then these were just like flyers and photos I had in my phone, and like some drawings people made, and then I just saw this like Instagram ad. It was just like, hey, get like 12 blocks of art for like $100 or something, and then I was just like, yeah, whatever, I'll do it.
Yeah.
my house needs some art anyway.
I remember the early days of Zoom, like the people who were like really on it, and they had like Millennium Falcon backgrounds and all this fun stuff, and I'm like, how are you already like the, you know, Zoom G? You got all the stuff dialed in. I'm like, this is my first time on here, and you're like switching backgrounds and like going through space.
Yeah, it's wild. The platform kind of allows you to do like weirder shit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the people that I know that were just like doing like kind of weird things on stage, can now go so much harder on Zoom and do like weird. I've seen people do like crazy animations and like weird sketches. I was like, this is kind of cool.
I watched that one show, Comedy Crossing. Have you seen that one?
Oh, I did that one.
Oh, you did? How was it?
It was so much fun.
It
was so much fun.
I tuned into it last week just to see what it was about because I love video games, and I was like, this is a good idea. And it's funny, when Fortnite first started, I was like, oh, someone should do a comedy show in Fortnite. And this is 3 years ago. And I was like, no one's going to tune in for it. I gave up. And then 3 years later, like Travis Scott is like doing the biggest shows in there and stuff. It's a good platform. It was fun. And it's like, it takes some of the pressure off, it looks like, from it being just a comedy show. Cause you're also tuning in for that like animated video game element.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, because you've seen me on stage, I don't move that much. But at Animal Crossing, I was kind of just like going everywhere. I was like walking around doing costume changes. That show was so fun.
Do you play the game?
Dude, I've logged on, I think, almost 1,000 something hours.
Oh my, what?
Yeah, I got it when the game first came out.
Yeah.
Like I think I got it late March, maybe like a few weeks after it dropped. But I don't know. It's just such a good game for me, like, because I like to be like organized, kind of like I don't know. It helps with my like ADD. Like it's just so much like you can do in that game. So and it's like you have all the time in the world. You know, there's no like time restraints. You're just going at your own pace, creating. Like it's fun because you could create like so many different like things in that game. Like you can decorate your house, you decorate your whole island, and you can make like in mine I made like a downtown where you could just like chill. I made mine like super vibey where like it's like, oh, if you want to chill with like people, you go to like your village area, and then if you want to go hiking, you go up the mountain and
Right.
stuff like that. I tried to make it kind of like a realistic kind of island type thing.
You made it like Vancouver. You can go skiing and one day golf downtown.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And it's a game on Nintendo Switch, right?
Yeah.
I never played it, but it looked like kind of cute and fun. And I like the comedians who had the game. It was kind of different because they're like, there's this extra element of immersion,
Yeah. Because if you play the game, you're kind of like, I mean, I guess people play like casually, but it's like kind of like when you get in, you go kind of deep in that game. Like I didn't think I was going to go as deep as I did, but it's just like, it's there. I have nothing to do. It's like perfect for quarantine because you're just chilling, building. It's like
that game. Remember Second Life? Do you remember hearing about that?
No, what's that?
It was like early like open world. Like you basically create a character and like you build your own world, and then it's like your other life. And then there's an economy. I think it kind of fizzled out, but it's kind of like you have your own life again in this virtual world where you build your little trinkets and stuff. And yeah, it seems it's kind of like Tetris too. Like you remember Tetris, like keeps your mind like it's like the organizing element is like really calming, and because you have full control. So if you have full control over this universe that doesn't have corona, you can do other stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing I think I like about it. Where you're. I mean, there's been times in the game where I've been like almost wanted to rage quit just because sometimes things don't like the way you can mess with like the landscape of your island by like terraforming, and that shit gets like kind of, it's like tedious, and sometimes it like doesn't work the way you want, and then it just kind of fucks up your whole plans of what you were trying to do. So then you have to work around that, but that's the part I kind of like about it, because when you're done, it's like so satisfying.
Yeah, you gotta like go to university to become a soil engineer just to like figure out.
Yeah, dude,
it's crazy. And you started comedy in San Francisco?
I did.
Nice. It's a great town.
Yeah, love it. Born and raised in the East Bay. I was born in Oakland, and then I moved around in the East Bay for a while. But starting SF is so good. I love it. Yeah. I wish I didn't have to move. Well, technically I didn't have to move.
Yeah.
Because of COVID.
well, walk us through that, like from a comedy business perspective. Like at what point were you like, I need to get out of San Fran and come to LA?
Well, I feel like it's like every other scene, like or a smaller market where it's just, you do all the shows.
Yeah.
And then you kind of reach like a peak there to where there's not much industry in San Francisco, which is like kind of weird. I feel like there should be, but there isn't a lot. And you could do some stuff, like I guess you can get Clusterfest, but that's like super difficult for like locals to get. Like I remember they did like auditions for that, and like no one got it.
Yeah.
They did like I think like 3 rounds for like SF Comics, and like nobody got it.
Yeah.
It was just like, I think they were just like, yeah, we'll do this a favor for you and see.
Right.
But
that's a nice little flex there. Like it's so hard to get. Oh, what's this over here? Oh my God, what is that?
Oh yeah. Well, it's crazy. I got that not from doing the auditions.
Oh,
I got this because I'm Asian, pretty much, because there was an Asian show.
Okay.
In the like, Asian AF, right?
Yeah.
Like from here, they did one at Clusterfest. Now there's only like 3 at the time. There's only like 4 or 5 Asian comics in the Bay Area, so they're like, they need locals, and they picked me and Irene.
Yeah.
And then there's like the 3 other ones, but
you're also good. It's not just because you're Asian.
Thank you. Thanks. But yeah, there's not much industry there. So you just do all the shows, you get past all the clubs. And I guess there was a time in San Francisco, like in like the early 2000s, where people were saying like Cobb's and Punchline would hold auditions to do like Adam Devine's like house party, or
wow.
Like, they'll get like stuff like auditions for like Last Comic Standing and stuff like that, and all that that never happened when I was there.
Yeah.
But I would make it a point to go to LA like every month, just to like get to know everybody, like do the shows, try to just, you know, do the steps to like get in this scene. And then eventually I found a manager. I got repped, and then that kind of just like took off from there. Like I got repped and then did a late night set, and then I moved here.
Okay. So you had that foundation, manager, major, like, you know, TV appearance. All right, let's go.
Yeah. And then I moved, and then I got another one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The Jo Koy thing that I actually got from here.
Okay. I don't know the Jo Koy thing. What was it?
Oh, he did a special in the Philippines.
Okay.
And it was a lot of people thought it was just gonna be Joe, but then it ended up he brought a lot. It was a variety show, so it was like breakdancing.
Yeah, it was a Filipino wedding.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we shot it in the Philippines, and it dropped on Netflix like 2 months ago. So
yeah, Filipinos have the best weddings. I grew up in Vancouver, and there's a lot of Filipinos, and like you go to a Filipino wedding, there's breakdancing, there's a party. It's like
that's so funny that you said that, because like I've been to like 3 Filipino weddings where they hired like a breakdance crew to just dance there.
Yeah. These guys, the one I went to, the groom is in there breakdancing, like don't tear your shoot. It's like doing a 360 windmill.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Do you used to dance?
No, I mean, I was around it. I think I tried like once, but I had a lot of friends who breakdanced, and like, I mean, hip hop, like the 4 elements of hip hop or whatever were like really big when I was growing up, like graffiti, breakdancing, the whole DJing, MCing. It was a big thing in Vancouver. And so I was around it a lot, and a lot of friends, but I never did really.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a big scene for Bay Area rappers though. Like I think Souls of Mischief can like still sell out in Vancouver. Like they go up there and clean up.
Yeah, 93 till, baby. Let's go.
That's one of the best beats of all time. Like it comes on and you're just like, oh.
Dude, I'll listen to that song probably like once a month, just to like, or once every like couple months, just to like listen to that beat. Yeah. And like if you like look at the YouTube comments, there's like, everyone says that. Everyone's like, just came here for the beat, or just like, who's still, you know what I mean? That kind of shit that beat is so good. So good. And it's crazy. They were on Jive Records, which is like the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, and Souls of Mischief. Oh shit, I didn't even know that.
There was like one cool A&R guy who signed Souls of Mischief. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, yeah, the Bay is an interesting place because it's like it has its own thing in like in the hip hop culture of like its own style. It's not trying to be anyone else. It's very uniquely different. And even like the way they speak, you can meet someone from you don't have it as much, but a lot of people you meet, you're like, oh, you're from the Bay. I can tell like a few sentences in, like yeah. Like I grew up in like the I guess hyphy movement. That's that was my shit, dude. Like I love that so much. And I don't know, it was just so fun. Like in high school, when that was in like, I mean, Mac Dre had passed when I was in high school. I remember he passed in middle school because I remember we had to do current events in middle school. Yeah. And this one girl, did her current event on how Mac Dre died. And yeah, it was like, as like I think we were like 11 or 12 when Mac Dre died. I think I was either 7th or 8th grade. Wow. And I think so like around 12, I guess 12 or 13 is when he died. Yeah, but I like grew up on that shit. That shit, like I remember. I don't know if how like I'm not trying to be like proud of this, but like fizzing was so fun. Do you remember that? No, what's that? Fizzing? No. Oh, ecstasy. Okay. That was like a huge like component of Bay Area like hyphy movement rap. It was called fizzing, and it was pretty much doing ecstasy. Did you ever see anyone ghost ride the whip? Dude, I did that like a lot.
with friends. Like I just put it in, get a good little speed going, and then just put it in neutral, and then just hop out with like all my friends. Like I remember I was on like the roof, and like my friend was like standing on the hood, and someone was on the trunk. Like it was like that was so much fun. Now looking back on it, it was so dangerous, but
did it ever go wrong?
For me, no, but I've definitely seen, I've seen some people like hit curbs and stuff like that. Because the key is you put it in neutral.
Right.
You get a good speed going and you put it in neutral. You don't just like leave it and drive. I've seen people leave it and drive, and then it just starts going a little bit faster than they wanted, and then they have to run after the car.
Yeah. Can you even put a car in neutral that's not a stick shift while you're driving?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, you just knock it down. It doesn't do anything.
Okay. Do you have any video? Have you?
No, I probably did, but it's probably gone. It was on like my old phone. I do have a video of me doing like donuts in like an old Mustang 5.0.
Oh, nice.
Like that was my first car.
Your first car was a 5.0?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I begged my parents or my mom to get me that car. It was like, because we had a car that was like kind of broken, and I was just like, yo, if we sell this car, I could get my first car. So we sold that, and then I just got like this super. It wasn't even nice. It was just like no paint. It was all primered.
Yeah.
So primered, just the sketchiest looking 5.0 you ever seen.
What year?
89.
Okay, so the boxy one, like from Menace.
Yeah, the Fox body. And, convertible.
Oh man, you were just the king.
Yeah, no, that shit was so. Man, I remember after school we'd go to like this abandoned. It wasn't abandoned, but it was like an empty, just like office building complex space.
Yeah,
and that just had a big parking lot. And then like after school, sometimes we just like a few friends would just go there and just like do donuts.
Yeah,
in the parking lot and just chill.
I live across the street from a parking lot now, and every once in a while, 3 a.m, you see some kid with their dad's car just doing donuts in there. And now I'm the old man, like, God damn it, you kids.
Yeah. I mean, a part of me wants to, when I make it like big, or if I ever make it big and I have enough money, I want to build another 5.0.
Yeah.
Like that same car, and just, I don't know, just drive it around.
The 80s ones, like those are the ones I grew up on too. I remember like I saved up for a car, and I found like a used 5.0 that was like $6,000. But my parents were like, your first car is not going to be a Mustang 5.0.
Yeah.
Like it was just too much. They're like, it's too much power. You're going to kill yourself. But
yeah, I got body checked one time.
Body checked? What's that?
Well, I mean, not really. Like I got checked one time, just like, cause that young, I was like, yeah. Cause a lot of my friends were into cars, like tuner type stuff, like racing.
Yeah.
And in Oakland, there was a street that was like famous. They did construction to it now, so you can't race. But for years, 7th Street in Oakland, it was like by the docks. And I was going there since I was, I don't know, since right after middle school, like beginning of high school, when everybody was like, we'd go there and people would race. So my whole crew was like, oh, when we get cars, we're going to race. Like, that's what we're going to do. So I got the 5.0. Then my other friends got other cars. But I didn't know how much power it was. I was just like, 5.0, it's going to go fast. That's what I need to race my friends. And like, I want to say week 1 of me getting the car. Also, my first car, also first stick shift. And I learned on that.
Oh, man.
So the first like week of me driving this car and learning how to do stick, I pulled up to this BMW M3, like an E46, or it could have E46 M3.
You really know your cars, E46.
Yeah. Dude, my 2 best friends that like were in the scene with me like that, they're now professional like race car drivers.
Really?
Yeah. Like
and for what? The GT?
Yeah, like one of my friends did like Spec Miata for a while,
Oh
and
yeah,
then he went into like the 24-hour
Le Mans.
shit. Yeah,
He did
but
he raced in Le Mans.
he didn't. He like was one of like you know how they would like rotate drive. I don't know if he did like they'd
Yeah,
rotate
they
drivers or
rotate,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
He was like one of the guys, and then he also was like part of like the crew, like mechanic.
Oh,
So
that's so dope. Do you know what
yeah,
team?
yeah. Flying Lizards
Okay.
at one point, and then now he's something else.
Yeah.
I forget, but he's like racing Bentleys right now. Like
Whoa.
that's what he's working on. Yeah, like it's like the race Bentley team or whatever. It's kind of wild.
Yeah. We should go out to there's this Cars and Coffee in Malibu every Sunday, like happening like right now actually.
Oh,
and they all the cars come out. I'll pick you up and we'll go out there. It's so fun.
I'm so with that.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to go to all the events like that. Like, did you ever go to Week Fest? I would go to Week Fest.
No, I never went to Week Fest.
Import tuner type shit.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, back to the 5.0. So week one of me getting the car and week one of like me learning how to drive stick, I pull up to this M3 at a stoplight, and he you can tell he was like, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
So because like he like kind of like it looked like we were gonna race, right?
Yeah.
So he goes and he knows how to drive. He's an older guy. He's probably been driving forever.
Right.
He goes, and then I do like I try to like I burn out in first gear, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know at the time not to just like feather it. You know what I mean? Just like just don't pedal to the metal the whole time. So I just pedal to the metal, and in the intersection I just spin out in front of like a whole intersection of cars, and I'm just like,
classic Mustang.
oh fuck.
Yeah.
So like I'm like backwards in the lane that I'm supposed to be in. So I'm just like, ugh, this is so embarrassing. And then I just
put on
have to
Biggie
like,
and you just start going backwards.
Yeah, and it sucked because like I was so embarrassed and so nervous, and I didn't know how to drive. So I pretty much did the exact same thing. So I burnt out again, did another full donut in the middle of an intersection.
Yeah.
My friend's with me, and we're just like, fuck, dude, this sucks. Everybody's watching. The cops are definitely going to come.
Yeah.
So I finally get it, and we leave, and then like we like hide at my house.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that sucked. That was embarrassing.
Those are the days.
But then I learned.
The days before everything was on video. It's like you had to catch somebody doing something. Like how great now it's just like you just like pull up the video of what happened.
Yeah, I'm so lucky because I think maybe like 5 years after that, like they installed cameras in that intersection.
Yeah.
That was that. So thank God.
I've been watching old movies and they're like from the 40s, and like they have to like recreate the scene, and you're like, oh yeah, there's no cameras, no recording, no audio, like no phones. You're just like, you have to like really build it back through people's memories. It's wild. Yeah,
and you can get away with a lot more shit back then.
Yeah. So I always think about wars, like wars from like World War II. You're just like give a bunch of soldiers like a paper, and you're like, hey, all right, this is what you're gonna do. And if it works out, I guess we'll hear in like a couple weeks. Like, it's so wild.
Oh man, yeah, I don't like trying to navigate without like GPS.
Yeah,
like how do you get anywhere? Like I don't even remember. Like now that I'm thinking back, like I don't even. I guess for me it was printing out MapQuest and then trying.
Yeah, MapQuest. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had some printouts. You're like, hopefully this works.
Yeah.
There's a lot more faith in like, this is going to be fine.
Yeah. I mean, also, I don't feel like I was even like worried about getting anywhere back then.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, like, and even like breakdowns, like my car was older, and I was like, I would just go places. I'm like, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And as you get older, you can become more risk averse. You're like, oh, I gotta get a tune up before I drive like to San Diego. Yeah, I'm like, oh, how's the oil? And before, like, you just hope for the best.
Yeah, because now we have all the lights and stuff that tell us what's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And so you're Filipino, obviously. And have you ever had the delicacy, the like stillborn egg?
No, I haven't eaten it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. My dad likes it, and I think that's why I never tried it.
Yeah.
When I remember when I was like really tiny, he pulled a prank on me with that egg.
Oh,
Like he was like about to eat it, and then he's like, "Oh my God, look at this!" And then I think I was so freaked out that I never wanted to try it. I mean, I'm sure I'd try it now, like knowing that it's not that bad, but I just never got around to it after that. So
yeah.
it's weird. It is. I don't know, because it's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's not cute.
There's like beak in there and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know if this is a weird thing to say, but like, I think if it was more looking like a duck, I would eat it.
Yeah.
You know, but it looks like an alien.
Yeah.
Because it's like a baby duck, but it's veiny and it's gray.
Yeah.
Because it's like cooked.
Yeah.
So it's a gray. It's like a gray little bird. So it's like kind of, it's not the most appealing thing to look at.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine though.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't try it. I mean, it's a little much.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, it's not like you don't need to, you know what I mean? It's not like
Yeah. But like, how come there's no Filipino restaurants?
There are. There's a few. I mean, there's like Jollibee, if you count that as Filipino food.
I love Jollibee, yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much American food, but
yeah,
it's Filipino touch.
It's American food with a side of pasta.
Yeah. Have you been to Max's in Glendale? It's a Filipino food spot. It's like
nice. Get some pancit.
Yeah, you get pancit there. You could get lumpia.
Lumpia, yeah.
But it's Max's chicken, I think. It's like they give you a whole fried chicken.
Yeah.
Like an entire chicken that's fried. So that's like their thing.
Like they just deep like a turkey on Thanksgiving.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds delicious.
There's this place called La Rose Cafe on Fountain, I think. That place is good.
Yeah.
It's like a Filipino food spot. It's breakfast foods. It's good. There's not many, you're right, but there's a few.
Yeah. It just, I guess, compared to the other Asian cultures where it's like they're very dominant in the restaurant field, like Japanese, Chinese, Thai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I think one of the things is like Filipino food isn't the most presentable, you know, it just like looks like a bunch of shit on a plate, you know, whereas like as the other Asian countries, they kind of like make it look cool.
Yeah. You can put some parsley on there, make it look.
Yeah. They get nuts in there.
Yeah,
they get a little wild. They put nuts in their food. But the Filipinos were just like, yo, this shit's good. Take the plate and just go eat it.
All it takes is one Filipino hipster to change the whole thing. I'll just make it all like cool and.
Oh yeah. There's this
cash only.
Have you had Senior Sisig?
No.
I think it's only a Bay Area thing. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But it's like a Filipino fusion restaurant.
Yeah.
Really, it's not a restaurant. It's a food truck. Really good. Really good. It's like burritos, tacos, but with Filipino food in it. And it's like so good.
Nice. What's it like doing comedy in the Philippines?
Wow. It's different.
Yeah.
Very different. It's
because they speak English like predominantly.
Yeah. Mostly everybody speaks English over there.
Yeah.
Wild. Just such a different. I mean, it's like every country that's you're not from, you know, they're gonna have different references and they're not gonna have a lot of the same things we do.
Yeah.
But it was definitely like different, but they were cool. For me, it was just like I accepted the fact that they're probably not gonna get a lot of my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when you kind of accept death, it's kind of, it feels good, you know. You just go out there and you kind of have nothing to lose when you
right.
So ended up okay. The set was fun. I had a good time. Well, one of the sets was really fun. We filmed 2 sets, and one of them I just ate it. It was bad.
Like the references weren't hitting?
I don't know. I think since the first show went so well, I think I got a little cocky.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I think my vibe was a little bit off. And I don't know. They just didn't like me at that time.
Yeah.
But it was still okay. But I don't know if I like ate it, but I did it. I definitely didn't feel that good compared to the first set.
Yeah.
But they were fun. It was just different. There was a little, you had to just like kind of adjust. But my material is my material, and it was like if they don't like it, I mean, at least whoever watches it not here is gonna is gonna
you
like
can't just
it.
be a different person.
Yeah. And like a lot of the stuff there was like so different for them, like because I was just like reading. I did the thing where I like read reviews and comments just to see what people were saying, and I guess nursing in the Philippines isn't a good job there. Whereas here, it's like so good, and like a lot of Filipinos want to be nurses here.
Yeah, you guys dominate the nurse field.
Yeah, here, but I guess over there, it's like kind of like it's not that great. Like you don't get paid anything, and it's not really like a cool job. Like nobody wants to really do it. It's not. And also, a lot of the references that I have, it's like they don't have it there. Like I do Coachella stuff. But I was like, you know what? That's me. I'm going to do it. And they cut it out, and I knew that they would.
Yeah. And Jo Koy, he's got to be like the Don over there.
Dude, it was like watching that it was wild.
Yeah. Just
how much of a rock star he is out there. Just everywhere we went, like people were like, "Oh my God," like trying to take pictures. We were at some market shooting like some segment of like the farmers market there or whatever. And some old dude just comes up and is just like, "Hey Joe, my cousin, you're friends with my nephew or my cousin." And then Joe's like, "Okay, sure." And all right, he's like, "Can I get a picture?" And then Joe's so nice. He's the nicest dude. Took a picture with the dude, and the dude just continues to hang out on set. Just like I know it's like a public place, but he's like standing next to camera guys going like, "Go," you know what I mean? Like just trying to like being super disruptive. And then like, but on breaks or like when we like cut, he'd go up to Joe and be like, "Hey, you know, my nephew is like responsible why you're so big." Just like saying just like outlandish, like my nephew like told everybody about you and stuff like that, just to like bullshit. Like,
was he looking for like a payment or something, or?
I think he was just looking to like be friends.
Okay.
You know, just like, you know how some people just like want to, I don't know, just like huge everywhere. So this dude's just like, if he can like hang out with Jo Koy for like an afternoon, like he can tell like all his friends and family. And you could tell he was trying to get in all the shots. Yeah. Cause like, and it was so like stereotypical, or I don't know if whatever, but it's like, he would like do this, like Joe and I would be like talking in the segment, and then you'd see dude just
is this photo
photobomb it?
Oh my God.
To the point where he was there for like a good hour, like with us, like just chilling, just like talking to the crew, just during breaks, just be like, "Hey Joe, let me tell you something," and then we eventually just had to like kick him out, and it was kind of like sad because he was like, he looked very upset, like he just wanted to hang, and like, but it's like you're disrupting the shoot.
It's that celebrity can make people act like crazy.
Yeah, but he was so pushing the fact that like his nephew knew Joe, and Joe was like, I don't think I've ever met. But he's so nice. He was like, yeah, I remember him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He got when we were there, he got the equivalent to like the Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
Mm-hmm.
They inducted him into like the Filipino one.
Oh, nice.
When we were shooting.
So then now this guy's probably like telling the story. He probably gets so many girls or guys from this story. He's just like, yeah, this is Jo Koy, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he probably tells his whole family and friends that he was part of the crew. Like he did like gaffing or whatever.
Yeah. He's opening for him in America or something.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I helped. I held the camera for that segment or some shit.
When I was producing music in Vancouver, I had a Filipino production partner. And every time we went to like a different city, like he had a cousin in that city he could stay with.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, how do you have a cousin it's like LA cousin. I'm like, New York cousin. I'm like, how do you have a cousin in every city?
Yeah, we're everywhere. Yeah, I've like, I don't think I have anybody. I actually come from like a small Filipino family.
Yeah.
It's just me, my mom, and my sister, and then like my dad's around sometimes. Yeah. He's a cool dude, but he wasn't around when I was young. So we've always just like kept it like tight, and we have like a few cousins in the Philippines, but in America, there's just us.
Yeah,
just chilling.
Yeah. Because what's the biggest one? It's the Bay, right, or LA, outside of Manila.
I think it's the Bay. I think it's the Bay. Yeah, there's so many Filipinos. Like if you see like the Filipino comics right now,
yeah,
like me, Kevin Kamiya, Joey Gila, we're from the Bay. So
yeah. You guys are repping. It's good. And then, so what's it like now? So you're this is a weird time to talk about goals and stuff, but you're coming off like a great year, like new city, more late nights, getting spots in town, and then it all comes to an end. Like, what are you trying to achieve this year now that we're in a weird dynamic with COVID and life?
For this year, I've just been focusing on everything that's not stand up. So just writing a lot and doing all these writing packets.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get somewhere without stand up, really.
Yeah.
Writing a script, doing auditions, doing these self tapes.
Yeah. So you act as well?
I want to, yeah. Kind of, I guess. I mean, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
I actually majored in theater, but I don't think I was ever really that good. Because also I didn't finish. So,
yeah. Well, you're stand up, so you got some, you know, you got something out of it to put you in front of people. Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to do some acting. You know, I think that'd be fun to like land something this year. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Acting, right? And do you write for a show now, or you want to write your own thing with you in it, or?
I wrote a pilot, my own thing.
Yeah.
And I'm working on another one, and that's pretty much it.
Nice. I like your website. It says comedian, writer, fresh. And then I was like, is there a fresh tab? I was like, can I see what fresh is?
Hey, that's a good idea. I should just a page of just different outfits.
Yeah, you looking fresh. I was looking for it, so
I'm gonna do it now.
You'll get one click. You can build that out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then what part of town in LA, or what part of the city are you finding like the most at home?
Well, I'm in Glendale.
Yeah.
I like it. It's nice and quiet. I'm not too far from everything, you know, and I'm like a block away from the Americana and Galleria.
Yeah.
So if I could just walk over there, get food or whatever.
Yeah. Get a taste of Vegas.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice. It's just like for like being so poppin', it's not like I don't hate it, you know?
Yeah.
Like a lot of places that are like super poppin', I'm like, ugh, too many people.
Right.
There, it's kind of like, oh, everybody seems pretty nice. Everybody's just like,
it's the most Bay. It's like kind of hilly. It has that strip. Yeah. You're like, I feel this is good.
Yeah.
and just get a 5.0 and you're ready.
Oh man, I can't wait. I'm gonna do that again for sure.
Yeah, it'll be great.
How's work for you?
It's been pretty good, you know. I've been trying. I wrote a spec script for Dave.
Nice. So funny.
So
That
funny.
show's so
And I grew up
funny.
in the music biz, so I was like, I got this, no problem. And so I banged it out, gave it a few people to read, and it's been good, you know. So then I asked my buddy who's a writer, I was like, what should I do next? And he's like, oh, you should write another one for another show. So I'm working on that. I'm like a third of the way through a original screenplay. So just trying to stay busy and, you know, come up with stuff to do.
Yeah, I mean that's all we can right right now.
Yeah, it's all we can do is just try to, like, you know, have a positive outlook and just be like, all right, well, it's better to try to come out with this than more than just consumption, you know? Like at the
Mhm.
beginning, it was like, all right, Tiger King, this, that, I'll watch it all. And now it's just like, if I consume too much, I feel like it just feels wrong. Like I feel like I just need to be productive.
Yeah.
And it's hard when it's all like from within, like it's all stuff you have to, like, you know, if you don't do it yourself, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, dude, this whole COVID being inside thing really was just like, fuck, like, am I even like a talented person? Because I'm writing these things, I'm like, this is bad. Like some of the stuff I'm like writing and like thinking of and like new bits, I'm like, did I even like how did I even get here? You know, it's just a lot of self-reflection in this time, which is like sometimes good, but at the same time it's just like, God, what did so,
well, you're alone with yourself too much. And like I find like I'm throwing out too much stuff. And then I'm also like, so I'm not giving some ideas a chance because I'm very hard on them. And then some ideas I'm bringing out that aren't good. So it's like you just start to lose your filter.
yeah. And it's like when I'm writing like my pilot, a lot of the times I'm like about to rage quit, you know, just because it's like, is this even funny? What's going on here? Like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But
that's all good. Well, yeah, I'll start a Zoom show. I'll have you on it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, please do.
Where do people find you online?
On all social media, I'm at Andrew_Orolfo. My YouTube channel, it's Andrew Orolfo, but I have another YouTube channel called Pier 69. Where we do sketches. Nice.
Can't be from the Bay without doing some sketches, right?
Yeah. We got we just do, they're short sketches, easy to digest.
Yeah.
They're topical. Yeah. They're like under 30 seconds long. So if you could watch the whole thing in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. There seems to be two like online business models now. There's like the podcast, like Rogan-esque model to really make it. And then there's the sketch, like Trevor Wallace-y kind of model. Like it's like you're kind of, those are the two options right now. It feels like, at least.
Yeah, and it's now it's almost right now. It almost seems like you have to now do both of those. Yeah, you have to do a podcast and do sketches. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah, my buddy Matty Chimber, he's a comedian, really funny guy, and he just started doing sketches on when Reels launched. And like he's been adding like thousands of followers just from doing these great sketches, and they're short 15-second sketches, but you're like, oh, like it's like kind of capturing when Vine started, like this beginning of a new platform. And to see something translate to followers, which now if like, you know, regular posts, like you lose followers.
I know, dude. I've noticed that. I'll post like a fun, like, I don't know, like a fun outfit or like something, and then I lost like 30 followers. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, like what do you want from me?
Yeah.
Well,
we have to keep making content.
Yeah, keep making stuff. Well, I really appreciate you doing the pod. It was great to hang with you at that show at some university, which we won't mention. And yeah, we'll hang soon.
Yeah, hell yeah. Thanks for having me.